Imagine needing 45 million, someone gives you 3 million out of it. So he needed more money and he invested it into Ovaioza's business, but the money never came out again. We heard of a woman who had invested 140 million naira, with 120 million belonging to her husband, and she has invested this money without her husband's knowledge. Also, there is another case of an investor who attempted suicide.
Hold up, people, what's up? Welcome back to Becca Diaries. My name is Becca. I film from Kaduna, Nigeria. How are you today?
Ovaioza. If you're still calling me Ovaioza, Ovaioza, please, my name is Ovaioza, and the meaning is one who is compassionate. I'm sure you know I am. Very compassionate human being I am. Okay, you may not know because you feel I'm using investors' money to do giveaway. Clown.
Today I will be narrating a true story, and that is the story of Ovaioza Yunusa, a pseudo business tycoon who made money off Facebook users and even so many people offline who became her friends, partners, investors, and a lot more. That is what the story will be uncovering today. I'm already feeling like one BBC undercover investigator. Well, I am not that. I am no investigative journalist, all the compilations I have made were things I was able to gather online, especially from her Facebook posts and those of her friends. And I have waited this long for me to make this story so that I would have enough evidence and it won't be a defamation against her character. Mostly the things I will be saying today are actually facts I got from her close friends who are actually investors and partners in her business. Stay tuned. So today we will be talking about someone who was a beneficiary of a 5K giveaway in 2020 but became the initiator of giveaways in 2021, and not 5K giveaways, by the way, millions of naira in cash, in kind. You will get to see it yourself. I have got evidence for you. So Ovaioza was a Muslim who became a Christian, sang quite a number of gospel songs. At some point she was a hairdresser. She also designed quite a number of things with beads. She also called herself a midwife and eventually became a business tycoon on Facebook. Yep. Well, I think I should give her the opportunity to introduce herself. Ovaioza, over to you.
My name is Ovaioza, the founder of OFPSB and OSAC, Ovaioza Skills Acquisition Center, Ovaioza Farm Produce Storage Business Limited. It's a company. A midwife, a biologist, a once in a blue moon singer. What else? Educationist. And lots more. Lots more you don't even know about.
Ladies and gentlemen, I met Ovaioza. No, I heard about Ovaioza for the first time in December 2021 when I joined an online session where we were discussing about influencing and influencers in general. The presenter had mentioned that you can't compare an influencer on Facebook to someone on Instagram, meaning the influencer on Instagram will charge you more, way better, bigger, will charge you more than the influencer on Facebook, simply because people do not value influencers on Facebook. People value influencers on Instagram because you appear bigger than who you are, something like that, So she had used herself as an example. The speaker had mentioned that, oh, if you look me up on Facebook, I have almost the same number of followers on Instagram, but I'll charge you differently if I am to use my account on Instagram to make an advert for you, maybe to make a post about your business. I'll charge you far higher than if I were charging you on Facebook. Then she quickly said, except there is this one person on Facebook who gets lots of responses. She commands lots of respect and attention, and she's just different. She's just a different person. And people started mentioning the person's name in the comment section. Guess who that was? Ovaioza, guys. And I felt, wait, am I the only one who doesn't know Ovaioza? Because that was the first time I would hear her name. I have never heard about her before. So I got curious. Who is Ovaioza? Ladies and gentlemen, I looked her up immediately and I saw, oh, she's got a blue tick. She's verified. Wow, amazing. Honestly, I went through her stuff and I felt, this is a babe, guys. She is the bomb. She had a storage business, then she has a skills acquisition center, then she has a restaurant, so she calls it Relax and Chill. So she has these 3 businesses and she posts about them online, and I was amazed. I was proud of her, really, truly, and I felt inspired. Because, as at the time she was 28, and I just felt inspired, honestly, that this girl is doing quite a lot. So because of the things she posts, I realized that she gets lots of engagements. You will see she gets hundreds of reposts, of comments, likes. It's just amazing the kind of engagements that she gets on her page. So I realized that while she makes a lot of posts about the storage business that she was into, she was also giving it visibility, enough visibility. I would say she would go for radio outreach. In fact, she had lots of media engagements, media outreaches, and she would repost on her page, and that will further get engagements, serious engagements. And I just felt she was really doing well. Then she did quite a number of giveaways. Look at this one. It says, so one day Ovaioza just called me like, want a car? Yes, take. She said, bro, are you kidding? Where are my friends? Guys, what's up? Call me now. Then there is this other one that says, Ovaioza buys gifts for me as if my sole aim in this life is to finish all her money. She will be coming to the house and stop over to charter the whole supermarket for me. You will see gifts and think babe is coming to ask for my hand in marriage. Haha. This morning, I woke up to an alert of 500,000, as in $500,000 naira, baby. Have been screaming and she's asking me why I'm shouting. Ovaioza will see fine expensive things online and just tag me to select. I told her the other day that I'm scared of advertising anybody's goods on my status now because she will see and buy for me. On top all this, she's still a friend who patronizes my services and pays in full. She's even asked me to ensure I don't undercharge her. But this morning, 500,000. You guys should thank her for me, please, Kai babe. Thank you. Who wouldn't be happy? Who wouldn't? My friends, I think you guys need to be doing better. 500k, $500,000. Is that too much to give me? Huh? Look at this other one. Someone saying Ovaioza and her kindness is behind sayings. So apparently she got someone a prosthetic leg, and also because someone else had lost out of a beauty contest and she sort of just wanted the person to feel happy, she paid the person. Nice, right? Then here comes another one. A statement like this sounds very funny to me. I receive more than I give. I was with so person today when someone sent me a huge sum of money. While scrolling through my news feed, I saw so talking about needing a phone. I decided to give him what I received. He posted it and someone is saying that I have a motive. I laugh. I will laugh too. I mean, if I don't have a motive. That you have never been shown a sincere act of kindness doesn't mean people don't receive. True. I believe you, I accept, and on she does these giveaways. Cars, monies, all of it. Yeah, they're all over the internet. Really, I can't post all of them here. I cannot. So in the midst of all of these giveaways, she continues to post about her business, and then she introduces the partnerships like Gary partnership. And of course, if you listen to her clearly, she was getting quite a number of money. She was getting quite a number of investors. Listen to her yourself.
If you can't hear me, use the earpiece because I know I'm audible. So we've been running Gary partnership weekly and some twice a week. Those who have money are running it twice a week. A minimum of 500,000. Some people are running with 5 million, 6 million. Forget it. Facebook people have money. So this morning I heard from my suppliers that Gary is now expensive. We were buying 15,000 per bag with logistic 15,625, 500 or so.
So from all of these things she started doing giveaways, earning trust, making friends, people started doing pro bono adverts for her. I mean, people who loved her, people who were friends. Someone like this saying, I advertise Ovaioza investment, and then also someone like this saying, Ovaioza is my girl. I know they fear her partnership. My girl is legit. Die. If you want to partner with her, do it with your full chest. We gallant. These people, they have family, they have friends, they have followers, and they trust their judgment. So definitely people would go into business with her. So Ovaioza kept growing. Obviously, her method worked for her. Then, of course, as usual, people started the farmzine thing. You know what it means to farms. Like, you just want to be associated with this person. You just want to use style to, crave the person's attention. And maybe you can also get something from the person, like this person right here. Look at it right there. So I dreamt that Ovaioza bought me my dream phone. My brother, it felt so real. And she says, wake up because it will not happen. Rest, nobody carry me come Facebook, even if not me, so I go talk. So the farmzine continued. Apparently, Ovaioza commented under a Facebook post and the person framed it. The person actually said, I'm going to frame this, and everyone felt it was a joke. But the person went right ahead to frame it and reposted on Facebook. Amazing, innit? Of course, the farmzine continued for quite a long time. At the peak of this, someone actually made a song for her. The person entered a studio and sang. I would have played the song here, but it's a cover of a popular song, and I don't want YouTube to give me a strike, give me a copyright warning. And she reacted to it. She loved it. While at it, someone or some people, I don't know, I'm not sure, but a page was created for her. You know how you create fan page for your for your celebrity, and Ovaioza clearly said, no, I do not want this. In her words, I am here to grow my business. The picture of the company I have in my head does not need this kind of energy. But guess what Ovaioza did? She created her own public page. Smart girl. And she decided not to manage it with her usual account, the verified accounts. She created another account with which she posts, through which she posts on this public page, whatever. During the launch of her restaurant Relax and Chill, she invited people like Johnny Drill, Shay, and the rest of them. See, no doubt she was legit. She was legit. She was running businesses that people could see. She was spending the money, and investors were getting their ROIs. So everyone felt, fine, this is safe. Let's invest. Let's make this money together. With time, she got comfortable enough to post about not just her successes, but some of the downsides, like her trailer getting stuck, asking business owner questions publicly on Facebook. And there is something being vulnerable does. It makes you look very open, simple, and genuine. That's what it does, and that's even made people to trust her the more. But one thing caught my attention this year. I think that was sometime last month. She sold bags of Gary to someone called Monica, and 80 out of 200 bags were bad. I mean, terrible bad. And there was a whole lot of issue around it online. She felt Monica was using it to tarnish her image. Monica posted it while trying to address her buyers. She was trying to bring down her business, and she wasn't happy about it. Also, people felt it was deliberate because Monica had called her out when she didn't quickly supply Monica, and then she just did that on purpose just to make Monica suffer. However, she came out, she was angry about the whole thing, and she was accusing Monica of not probably doing the right thing. Oh, where did you store it? Oh, how many days did it use on the road? Don't you know that Gary can spoil overnight? Things like that. But that was the first thing that caught my attention, and a lot of people just felt she didn't handle it well. Okay, you don't expect her to take all the loss. I mean, the person who is buying from you 80 bags, that's a whole lot of money, and to be great loss. And I mean, she got it from you like that. So did you expect her to just keep quiet and accept that 80 bags of Gary are bad, and she just swallow her loss? There was a lot of back and forth about that, and it was not just nice at all. So after this, days after or weeks even, investors, partners, started murmuring about, oh, their return on investment is supposed to be here now, but they've not heard anything, they've not been paid. There were just some murmurings. On March 24th, she made this post.
She said, "I know you are wearing your dancing shoes to say I said it. Remove it and read carefully. As a new business, I have always tried my best to do what is right, run my business and find out all the regulations I need to adhere to. I have been open about all of these with my partners. I never started this business with the intention of not registering with any government agency. I approached SEC in August last year, and they said they don't regulate buying and selling." SEC is the Securities and Exchange Commission in Nigeria. It's a regulatory agency in charge of regulating the Nigerian capital markets. So she went on to say she had issues with SEC when someone wrote a petition against her. You can read all of it. You can pause this video and read all of it. But apparently she said all her account has been frozen because of the petition this person wrote. However, she assured all her partners that their money is safe and nobody is going to lose anything. In fact, she even mentioned how that she has used most of the money to purchase items, and some are in the warehouse while others are already out in the market. And she assured them that nothing will happen to their money. In fact, let's read the last paragraph together. "I also want to clearly state that Till today, we are not owing anybody. I always pay my partners. That is why, with all the recent talks, nobody came out to say I owe them. This is not going to change. It will end well, and hopefully, this SEC issue and any others will also be resolved so that I can resume my business in a better, more regulated way. As soon as she was done with this, someone on Facebook called Kosi actually made a post. And this is the post here. You can read the post here. But basically, what Kosi was saying is, if the SEC isn't an issue like you have mentioned, then why come here to cause panic? Remember, people had started raising eyebrows since February this year. Since 2 months ago, people started raising eyebrows. So around this time, around this March 2022, people are already saying a lot of things about their ROIs not coming back, all of those things. And now she's coming to pour salt to injury. This is like beating an open wound, really. So this Kosi on Facebook is saying, if truly you have no issues per se, if their monies are safe, why come here to cause more panic, really? And guess what? Ovaioza actually responded. She said, I will respond. And then she goes ahead to respond. This is her answer. You can actually read it here. There was a time also when Kosi had made a post about people doing giveaways, giving out money with investors' money that doesn't belong to them. And Ovaioza, replied, that was in 2021, May last year. And she said, Kosi says so much rubbish, but this is the truth. You don't give what you don't own. This is the reply. You can read all of it here. Few days after Ovaioza's first post, which is exactly 9 days later, by March 29th, she made another post saying, normally I should have just stayed off here and just fixed everything so I can rest, but I need to clarify this. I appreciate that a lot are standing for me, putting their integrity up here to defend me, even though about 70% of people talking actually have a good knowledge of what I do, how I do them with facts from the right source. For this, I am grateful, but what I need you to know is that SEC is not after my business. She goes on and on to say she's not in trouble, she's fixing it, and then she thanks these people that she believes are helping her to fix all of these things. Once again, I would read her last statement here on this post. When I see how you stand up to defend, I honestly do not want you to be laughed at. So it is my responsibility to make sure I get it right. Thank you so much. Of course, a lot of people were standing in for her friends, family members, a lot of people on Facebook. And it just made sense that she put up this, right? However, that is not the end of it. By April 15th, she had made yet another post. Dear all, it has become imperative I come back here to address my partners and everyone who are interested in the recent challenges facing Ovaioza Farm Produce Storage Business, OFPSB. It is rather unfortunate that we are at this point in what had been a seamless partnership built on mutual trust, cooperation, and collective best interests. However, this is also one time we must, as partners and stakeholders in this business, hold our hands together as we wade through this storm, believing strongly that we will come out victorious. I want to assure every one of my partners of my commitment to resolving all of these as soon as I possibly can, so everyone will be settled. It is necessary I state here that I am only a trader involved in the simple buying and selling of farm produce. I had started this buying and selling from the scratch without any thought to swindle people of their hard-earned money. And as the business grew, my focus was on the exact buying and selling and nothing more. In my management of this business, I have been open to following due process and procedure as advised by my lawyer, leading to the registration of OFPSB with the Corporate Affairs Commission. However, I must admit my ignorance as to the extent of corporate compliance that is necessary for my buying and selling business, especially as the business grew, owing to funds sought from the public. Again, I am only a trader, versed in the craft of buying and selling, but a layman in the legal expectations and commitment from such business. However, when it was brought to my notice, my business requires registration with Securities and Exchange Commission, I asked my lawyer to reach out to SEC to ensure the needful was done. I did this to ensure that my interests and the collective interest of my partners are protected by law. My lawyer duly reached out to SEC and reported back to me. I was not the one who went to SEC. That SEC said they don't regulate buying and selling. I must also admit that maybe we should have made a written application requesting for SEC to register my business, but unfortunately we did not do so. The huge mistake in our part is particularly why we are here battling to wriggle out of the SEC conundrum, and not necessarily whether a petition was written against PSB or not. I say so because without registration with SEC, it was only a matter of time before they come for us, if we had carried on the business without registration. After a dispassionate view of the whole issues, I have come to the conclusion that mistakes have been made even when the intentions were good, and for this I owe everyone an unreserved apology. Anyways, she went on and on to talk. You can go on and finish this write-up. At the end, the point remained that investors have not received their monies, their ROIs. It was still hanging,
90% of people still supported her. Oh, so sorry about this. Oh, we're so sorry about this. Things like this happen, Oh, this is so heartbreaking. Don't worry, you will be fine. You will come out strong. You will be great. You will, people still believed in her. Just 3 days after that last post, she got arrested and her pictures were trending on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, name it. It was heartbreaking. Investors, partners, there were a lot of talks here and there. Oh, she took her money, 3 billion naira. Oh, some even said, oh, she wants to run out of the country. Oh, she was caught while she was trying to run out of the country with her husband. Some said, oh, when the policemen took her to her house to get some document that the source of document about some properties she bought in the United States. It was just a whole lot, just a lot. That was when I went back to her post just to know her, because I felt, who is she? Who are you, Ovaioza? I felt, who are you? Who is she? For her to have swindled lots of Facebook users that she said had a lot of money, then offline investors too. And besides, she also swindled her friends, investors, partners, people who called her family. Crazy. I went back to as old as 2013. I think that was the first time. That was our first appearance on Facebook, where she said, my name is Precious. My name is Precious. Mind you, her name on Facebook initially when she joined was Precious Ovaioza Daniel. That was what she used. Then I realized, she was a good girl, church girl. I even saw her picture, in the nursing wear. Then quite a number of posts showing her, her religious self. Then quite a number of other posts as the year goes by, where she beads. She had this different designs, necklace, and she was also making hair. She made quite a number of hair, and she would post about them. And she was proud of these things, that was what she was known for. That was what she was doing. Posting the necklaces, posting the hairstyles, the new ones she did. At some point, she even said, oh, she makes plantain chips now, just saying she does quite a number of things. Not until late 2020, when she came online and declared herself a business tycoon, and also mentioned that, oh, she's been doing this thing offline for the past 2 years before she came online. Of course, she corroborated that fact when she said, oh, this is my 4th year here. It's been 4 years since I started doing this business. So she just kept telling people, oh, she has this experience, oh, she's been doing this business, oh, she knows this, oh, she's done that, and so many people just believed her. But it wasn't also clear what happened. Is the money somewhere? Did she forget to pay her investors? Did she actually come out to swindle people of their hard-earned money? It was just crazy. It was just so much. There was just so much for you to think about, to wrap your head around. It was crazy, honestly. It was crazy, indeed. A lot of people started pointing at her old posts that, oh, she's been saying these things and we all never paid attention. Something like this. There is something I do in business and it's been really helpful.
I buy properties a lot, a whole lot. At the end of the month, when my secretary sends end of the month report, I calculate the value of my assets to check and balance. I make sure that the value of the money people use to partner with me doesn't surpass the value of my asset. As a business owner, it is important you have something to fall back on. You should have something that is more than your business money. If you are a business owner and also a giver, have limit. You cannot solve the world's problem. Pay yourself a salary, invest in yourself, buy properties.
In fact, there was a place she mentioned that packaging is not fake life, which is why I believed she packaged her life into getting famous and making a lot of money.
There's been a lot of reactions online. We even heard that people were looting Ovaioza's restaurant, that's Relax and Chill. There was also the case of Bakari, who has been battling sickle cell anemia and has been bedridden for over 5 years now, who needed money for operation and was gifted 3 million naira by Ovaioza. Then he decided to reinvest the 3 million naira into Ovaioza's business, so as to get more money, because he needed more money for this operation. Imagine needing 45 million, someone gives you 3 million out of it. So he needed more money and he reinvested this. He invested it into Ovaioza's business, but the money never came out again. So if you can help, that's why I'm putting this poster here. Kindly help Bakari Abiodun to work again. He needs an operation so he could work again. He's been bedridden due to complications from sickle cell anemia. Also, we heard of a woman who had invested 140 million naira, with 120 million belonging to her husband, and she has invested this money without her husband's knowledge. Oh Lord, have mercy. She invested the money without her husband's knowledge. Read the story here. This is frustrating. Just read up the story, because as soon as she heard this issue of Ovaioza not being able to pay the money, she slumped and she's been on wheelchair ever since. Also, there is another case of an investor who attempted suicide. Thank God her husband found her in time. You can also read that up here. Just pause the video to read up before you continue. Part of the reaction is, people apologizing to themselves, to God, thanking God. People saying, oh, I used to be the one saying, God, when? I was so angry with myself that I started questioning the growth of my business. Well, I believe Ovaioza was doing just fine before great setting. That's what I believe. So, people started calling out her friends when all of this happened. They were saying, oh, you guys, you supported her, you were especially those that collected gifts from her. Oh Lord, have mercy. Those who received gifts and posted it on their status tagging Ovaioza. People came hard at them, and such is the case of Victor Daniel, who was gifted a car by Ovaioza. He came out to say his truth. He came out to say the part of the story. You can read it up here. Just pause the video, read before you continue. He basically says, this is how I knew Ovaioza. She gifted me a car. I didn't ask for it. She gifted me, and I publicly thanked her. And now people are saying lots of things, a lot of terrible things about me. So right now I want to return the car once I establish the means via which I can return it. So he's saying he's ready to return the car until God blesses him with another car. You can actually pause to read it up here. This is Tanko Lami, Ovaioza's friend, who received 150,000 naira from Ovaioza one time to buy 4 and publicly thanked her. Of course, she got quite a number of gifts from Ovaioza after this. People started calling her out as well, and she also made this post. She, wrote a reply. You can also read it up here. To bring this this entire story to a conclusion, is the story of Marilyn Oluchi, who herself is a partner and a business associate with Ovaioza. So basically Ovaioza pays Oluchi to write some things for her, like her media outreaches, her PR and all that. Oluchi owns a creative company that helps out with such. So there was a time also that Oluchi was gifted, she was the one that was gifted 500,000 naira, and people started calling her out. And this is a story. She wrote a whole lot. You can go to her wall to read all of the stories she wrote. But this particular one is the one I want to read from beginning to the end, and that will bring this story to an end. And why I'll be reading everything is because she sort of puts everything into perspective. Oh, is this true? Oh, is this not true? Is this correct? This is confusing. She helped us put it into perspective because she, alongside other friends who are also investors, partners with in Ovaioza's business, who are also partners and investors at OFPSB or whatever that is called, visited Ovaioza and had conversations with her. She posted these conversations on Facebook. I don't have enough space to pull it up here, and I believe this makes a good summary of whatever she posted, so I don't need to repost it. So I'll be reading out the story, and that will give us the clarity that we need in this pseudo business tycoon story. Come with me. About Ovaioza. First things first, my cumulative money on the dashboard is about 27.9 million naira. I am a partner in both corn and plantain at the moment. This is not just my money, but that of people under me, my family, my friends, and even some of the people I work with. So I am not just speaking as a supposed friend now, but as a partner too. Since all of this started, we as Ovaioza's friends have held hope. We have believed her because we saw her going to markets, storage facilities, milling factory, etc. Heck, my firm has drafted a lot of her business proposals, so I'm very sure there is a business. However, with everything that has recently come to light, with our own monies hanging in the balance, we all became critical and came together to make our own findings. We got a hold of her account statements from her auditors and fact-checked a lot of her financial transactions. Last night, myself, Chaika, Ikechukwu, Like, Kalechi, and others went to her house to confront her with our findings and ask the hard questions, not just as friends but as partners too. We needed clarity. Her husband and mother were present at this meeting too. We had a meeting with her from 8 p.m. to 3 p.m. We were at hers till 3 a.m. for over 7 hours. We refused to go until she clarified everything we needed to know. We wanted the truth. I mean, come on, we have hitherto left you to run your business because it is yours. But with allegations of fraud, not only is our money hanging in the balance, but also our reputations as your friends. We trusted you with huge sums of our money for trade. Here are some established facts from our meeting last night. 1. At no point in time has Ovaioza ever told me the exact number of partners she has. Yes, I knew she had a lot, but when one of us asked her a while ago, she lied that it was just over 1,000. I had no idea of the exact amount of money she was trading with, and that it was this big. She had repeatedly been advised not to take on more than she can handle with sales. 2. From the documents we got from auditors, the account statements show that the money inflow did not correspond with what market people remitted. About 80% of the money coming into her account was from partners. If she actually traded with that amount, there will be money from market people showing more than this amount, right? I mean, if I get 5 billion from partners and buy goods to sell for profit, I should get back more than 5 billion after sales to show that I made profit. At no point in time did any money from the market match the money collected from partners. Over 80% of money she receives came from partners and not the market. So where have you been paying profit from? Oh Lord, have mercy. So while there was a good business, which I saw and even helped out with occasionally when my services or help was needed, the business was not as big as she claimed. She did not trade to the tune of the amount she collected from partners. That much is certain now, and she could not deny it. Oh Lord. 3. At the meeting, some of those present were those who have worked with her. It was confirmed that her books were not open even to them. She was not upfront with everyone. She will give you only what she wants you to work on. As much as I was her friend and didn't run the business with her, I saw what she wanted me to see, but not the full picture. I mean, I have even gone to Kano with her for market runs. 4. She mismanaged funds. There was no time she separated her personal accounts from her business account. All the assets she bought or fixed up, running into over 1 billion, was paid for directly with the same account used for business. We asked her how sure she was the money she used was her 30% profit and not partners' money, but she couldn't clear this. Oh Lord. Money running into 1 billion? Oh Lord. 5. This morning, we just spoke to her most fronted market distributor, and he has confirmed that at no point in time did they distribute goods that big. He too did not know this was going on. He says he only knows and accounts for the specific goods he distributed. It was never at the volume of the money collected from partners. Oh God. Number 6. When we doubled down hard on her last night, asking her to tell us if the goods she has distributed right now can pay off everyone, the truth came out. I mean, she keeps claiming our money is tied to goods. Can we see your records for distribution? Can we have a name for your distributors? Ovaioza said that she cannot account for the amount of goods distributed. She could not. Okay, right now, can you give us an estimate of how much goods has been distributed? She said she could not because she's not been following up due to SEC issues, and most of the distribution was to village people who cannot write any records. Wow. This is strange because she always sounded authoritative about managing her business system perfectly. Me, Marlene, I categorically put it to her that she cannot tell us that she doesn't know how much goods have been distributed. Yet she authoritatively tells us and partners that our goods are in the market and our money is safe. 7. When I questioned her on mismanagement of funds for personal properties, she could not deny that funds have been mismanaged either. That 30% huge profits from everybody was not what she used. In December, when she had slight issues with payment, I believed it was because market people did not all pay, and I even refrained from withdrawing. I used my money to pay the people under me and even borrowed her some money to pay off a partner. This was returned. At the end of this meeting, and with all the facts we had established, we asked what solution can be done to salvage this so that people will not lose their capital. All we want is just our capital. We can be last, but the public has to be paid. Heck, we don't mind if she deducts all previous business profits paid and just pays the balance, because at this point we can see that there was no profit made to the tune of money paid to all of us partners. If you did not trade for that volume, you could not make profit at that level. So what are the options? One, she has put up her plaza for sale. Yes, she owns the plaza. It is not rented. It belongs to her. Every equipment there is on sale too. Other properties too. This will be able to balance the remaining money she will get from the actual goods distributed and ensure that she pays people. This is the proposal SEC has asked her to bring. This is really crazy. At this point, I feel she was doing well. I think she was doing well. And then people kept sending money to invest. And where she made the mistake was to have continued receiving. So she continued receiving and just continued her usual business, low key, low volume, not high, and then the money keeps sitting in her account. And then she became greedy and started buying properties and spending the money in her account. Lord, if she didn't touch it, now she'll be able to pay people their capital, just pay them back. This is messed up. Okay, number 2, Ovaioza said SEC has given her 2 options, pay or go to jail. She is already drafting a payment plan to pay back, but it will be spread out. Oh Lord. I feel betrayed, hurt, and used. I feel stupid for not knowing something was wrong. As at February, I was still topping up in millions. For myself and my friends, I was still paying in my money. I thought the challenges she had were sales related, and at some point, I even advised her to sell off the garri on ground and refund everybody so that nobody will lose their capital since market was terrible. I had no idea that SEC and all these other issues were coming. What hurts the most is not just the possible loss, but the fact that even when we found out these things and confronted her for 7 hours last night, begging her to come clean to us, she still kept lying until she couldn't deny anymore. The lies, even at this point, hurt more than everything else. So please, if you have your way to get your money, do what you can. While we might have been truthful about an intention to pay, I cannot vouch for that at this point. I am making this post as a partner, and because every other partner out there has the right to know what's happening to their money, I will be taking action to see if I can recover my own money too. If you deduct profits from my 27.9 million, I still have plenty millions hanging in there. How on earth will I start repaying people? Oh Lord, this is crazy. This is really crazy, honestly. And oh Lord, there are thousands of investors, Imagine someone investing 140 million, someone invested 20 million, 30 million. Lord, this is really messy, really messy, I must say. Our lessons here remains that we should never be